Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited today because we are doing another reading vlog style type video, and that is swapping my screen time for reading because I'm still trying to get into the grind of not being on my phone and creating that routine of reading and finding a book that just really makes me want to read. So in my last video I had put down a few books and started reading this one just because I finished ACOTAR and I have just been on a fantasy grind and I just want to finish the series, but it's gonna take me quite a bit of time. This is currently where I am, so I'm trying to read as much as possible. So for today is Tuesday, I'll probably end on Saturday, and for Tuesday of last week, for my screen time, I kind of calculated it for just TikTok because that's kind of the only social media that I'm on when it's not work. So I'm going based off just TikTok, maybe YouTube, depending if I know what I did for that, because sometimes I play YouTube while I work, so I'm just trying to figure out, or Facebook. Sometimes I'm on Facebook a lot. Jack. Okay, so anyways, but that's kind of the primary time that I'm gonna be looking at. So TikTok's gonna be the main one. And so last week Tuesday I was on TikTok for 3 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go get some lunch, I'm gonna go to the park because I've just been feeling the need to get outside, and we're gonna go ahead read. I'm hoping to get a good chunk of this done and then go grocery shopping and then end my day there. But yeah, this is going to be the book that I'm reading for today's 3 hours, and let's go get some food and go to the park. Oh my goodness. Okay. I am absolutely loving the second book. I feel like ACOTAR was slowly boring to me, just a smidge, but this one, it's constant action. I just love it. I'm rooting for the characters and everything, and Feyre's just learning about herself, and I just love seeing that and everything. And I definitely see why a ton of people are I don't know, they say, just wait till you get further into the book series, because everyone's rooting for Tomlin, which I've stated before, I really don't see that relationship, so I never really liked him anyways. So I can now see why he could be the bad character, and I feel it's gonna be even worse. I've seen rumors, so I have an idea. Unfortunately, thank you TikTok, but I just I don't know, I just root for other characters so much more, and it's making me so excited to read. And I also did not know there was a part 2, which, I mean, the book is huge, I should have known, but then I was just flipping through the book, not really looking for anything, but just trying to see how many chapters there are. And at the very end, there's a POV of 2 main characters, obviously one Feyre, and I'm literally so excited. I am on I just got to part 2, but just finished chapter 13 on what page 130, which I feel like is really good, especially because like I kind of just started reading this a while ago and I was really nervous that I wasn't going to enjoy it, or I'd still be like in a reading slump trying to figure out what I really want to do. And this has just been a really good book and I love it. I low-key hate Tomlin, and I know like he's trying to protect Feyre and like this whole new world that she's in, but it's like she's also grown. Like, let her be. I don't know, like I'm getting very iffy vibes on him, and I don't know anything yet, so this is just like my prediction of the future in the book. But I feel like they may go against each other in the future. Maybe not like they don't, not in a sense where like they don't like each other, but like literal war, they go against each other, if that makes sense. But that's just my thought and my like prediction, because I don't know anything else other than the whole like love situation rumors. That's all I've known. But yeah, I'm like really loving this. If I'm already almost at 200 pages, I should be getting through this. It's like 600, so I should be getting through this a little faster than I thought, which I love. So that is that for now. I think I still have like an hour and a half left of reading. It's getting a little toasty out here, so I think I'm gonna go grocery shopping and then finish up my reading later on tonight. It has been a few hours since I last saw you. I went grocery shopping and then I decided to go to the gym right after, so I ended up just getting like chicken to make some shredded tacos, and we had that for dinner, and now it is my time to just hang out and relax. So I have one more hour in like this whole 3-hour reading day, and I did read a little bit extra, I just didn't time it, so I'm just gonna read for another hour. It is 9 o'clock. I think I'm gonna make some tea, and it's like my favorite tea ever. It tastes so good. It's a digestive tea, which like I don't drink it for that purpose, but it's literally like the best bedtime tea. I don't know why, it's just so good. So I'm gonna make some tea and then read for the next hour. So far, I have been loving part 2. We're kind of getting introduced to new things, of course, and I'm just like here for it. I absolutely love it. I'm starting to understand the hype, which kind of sucks that like I did have to read the whole first book and like part of like the second book to finally like really dive in. I'm starting to get that feeling of like I'm not reading, but I'm reading. Like you're just so immersed into the world that is like you don't even realize like what chapter you're on, that sort of thing, and I love that. And that's exactly what I've been needing and just wanting, and I just find myself like gravitating towards reading. Nothing too crazy in the book other than Tomlin is quite literally being the worst and did not treat Feyre right, and now I really don't know if they're going to be together. I thought though that I heard something else that happened between them that kind of made them separate in a way, but I really don't know what that is. I don't know if it's going to happen in the future or if like what I read was like the major thing that like had them split. I really don't know, but I am liking where it's going because I kind of just wanted her to leave and like be her own, I guess, if that makes sense. Still really good. Definitely read if you haven't yet. It is so worth it. Anyways, enough of me ranting. I still love the book, but I really want some warm tea and just enjoy the night. So Hey guys, what is up? Okay, so it is literally the next day, obviously. So I closed out yesterday, I think like on chapter 16, and so far still really love it. We're finally getting some more details within like this new city and new characters, and it is literally insane. I am slowly starting to get to that part in like reading fantasy where it's really hard to picture all these things that are being described, but I feel like I have like the gist of it and trying to figure out how it is like being portrayed. And I feel like Pinterest has helped me a lot to really figure out how everything looks without really giving a ton of like details away, because I feel like TikTok, like if I were to search it up, there'd be so many spoilers, and I really don't want that. I have made about an hour dent in today's goal, which is another 3 hours, because I was on TikTok for 3 hours last Wednesday, and so we'll be going ahead and reading for another 2 hours. And then after the softball practice, which probably will take about an hour, I'm assuming, we'll go to the gym, and then I'll have another hour to read afterwards. What have I been doing all day? Don't know. I feel like I have been getting so distracted. Oh, that's another thing. Another reason why I feel like I haven't read as much is, even though it's still a really good book, at least like today I've been on my phone and like watching some TV shows that I want to get caught up on, and that's been taking a ton of time away. So that's another reason why I feel like I haven't read as much, but it's still really, really good. I am loving Rye, whatever. I feel like I need to look up his name on TikTok because I really don't know, but I am loving him. Like 10 out of 10. Way better than Tomlin already, just as like, even just as a character. Like, I know Tomlin's been through things, but character wise, I just really love him, and he's like developed so well, and you kind of just get a more understanding of him, and I'm sure we're gonna get an even deeper understanding of him very, very soon. And it's been fun. I've been loving it a lot. So let's go ahead, read some more, probably for the next hour. A little car reading and tell you my thoughts on it so far. But yeah, that is like the only like big thing, is like we're getting really, really heavy into descriptions, and it's slowly losing me to where I have to like reread it. But other than that, love it. Good morning, friends. I am currently going, well, not really going, I'm already parked at the coffee shop. So I'm gonna go to the coffee shop, do some work, drink some coffee. I went to bed at like 3 yesterday, and I am feeling it. It's so bad. I don't know what was going through me, what thought that was a great idea. I actually ended up not reading after the gym, so I have an additional hour where I don't know where I'm gonna read. It's either gonna be added to today, Friday, or Saturday. I'm not entirely sure, but I was dead after the gym. I took a shower and literally just laid in bed, and then I don't know why, I think I took like a small nap, and then I woke up and just like could not go to bed. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna go ahead, go to the coffee shop, and then go home and hopefully read some more, fingers crossed. Still love the book, and I will discuss once we get back home everything that is just literally crazy in the book. Okay, let's go work some real quick. Hello again. So we are finally home, and I'm going to still be reading A Court of Mist and Fury because why not? I love it so far. We're meeting like some really crazy people and scary people in this book, and also like the adventures that I feel like she's gonna go on, and just like everything with that is just literally crazy. I just also love Rysand. I'm probably gonna be saying his name wrong this whole video. I'm so sorry. I will literally look up how to say his name tonight so that I don't get it wrong. But anyways, I love her and Rysand's bond in this, and I feel like it's gonna come in so handy, and he's a lot more comforting than Tomlin, and so I really love that. I think that's it, honestly. But also, like, I love looking at the covers and literally understanding everything, because like when you first get into this, you're like, what the heck is this? And now I understand. At least like I have a thought process on it, so I really love that. Other than that, I think that's it. I didn't read as much yesterday. I think I read for 2 hours. I'm on page like 200, so I didn't read too much yesterday. I'm still very much so getting distracted, but we're going through it. Today it's like 4, I think. I am supposed to read 5 hours today, so that if I were to read straight, that would put me at 9. I don't think that's gonna happen, but the reason for that is because I did have a lot of like work for photography to do today, like editing photos, phone calls, emails, that sort of thing, and that took up a lot of my morning. And then I had to go get groceries and some like other things, so I'm just a little behind. That does not mean we're not gonna read. So I think I'm gonna read a few hours right now and then see where I am. Maybe take a nap because I am feeling that 3 a.m. bedtime right now, and then maybe hopefully read for another 3 hours. Who knows? So let's go ahead, read some, and finish up our day and see how much we really can read today. Update on reading and all of that. Yesterday I definitely did not read for the 5 hours that I was planning on, which is okay. I do have, like I've mentioned, like another job, so I kind of took priority yesterday and I tried to read as much as I could during the day. But that 3 a.m. morning was literally a killer. I just like it was a wasted day, I feel like, so I don't want that to be today as well. So I'm going to read. I have my goal for today, or like last week's time on TikTok was 3 hours, so my goal for today is 3 hours. I've only read for 15 minutes today. That's really great, but I am gonna go ahead and try to read for another hour or so, and then I have a drive for an hour, so that will knock out a good chunk of reading, and then hopefully after the event today, I'll be able to read another hour or so once I get home. So I'm gonna go ahead, read some. I don't have really any big updates other than Feyre is going on a mission by herself, and I am excited to see how that goes and if she's able to do what the goal of the mission is and what happens. My feeling is she's gonna do really, really good, and then something at the very end is gonna go crazy and cause havoc. So that is my thoughts, but let's figure out what the heck is going on. Okay, so you know, like when you're watching a TV show, it's a series, it comes out every single Sunday, Monday, or whatever day of the week, once a week. And it literally leaves on a cliffhanger. That's where I am at right now, and I hate it. I love the adventure. I love the mission and how Feyre kind of just like talks to herself and gives herself like that confidence boost to achieve what she needs to, and just like kind of like seeing more so of the character development of her in that instance. I don't want to like spoil anything because I want you guys to experience it like I am, and I don't want to spoil anything. So that's all I'm gonna say about that, but I have to start getting ready to go out. So I'm just so mad that it ended there. I really thought the chapter was gonna end after everything happens, like after she's completed her mission. So the fact that it didn't, I'm like, it's stressing me out. I need to know. I need to know. So I'm gonna get ready real quick, and hopefully I can read it in the car. I get car sick, so I don't know. We shall see how much I can actually read of this. Read for almost an hour on the ride there, and then I just read a little bit now, mostly because I had to finish what was going on in that said scene. And so yeah, so we have an hour left, and it's about it's like 10 o'clock. No, it's almost 11 o'clock. So I'll finish reading this around 12, and that is the goal for now. And I was correct on my thoughts on how the whole mission for Feyre was going to go, where she was gonna accomplish it, but like the very last part was gonna be like crazy and hectic. And so I loved it. I ate it up. I feel like it is just like so much easier to read like those events, and it's just like it's so much fun. Like I literally just like after that one part of the book, I'm just like very hooked. Like I understand. I said that last time I talked to you, but literally life-changing. And I think also after reading this, like I'm just gonna be in a fantasy, not like era, but or I don't know if it's maybe just like my reading style is different or whatever, but okay, let me back up. I was in a huge slump because of ACOMAF, right? We know this. We've already established that like a million times. But during that time where like I wasn't really reading, or I was like in one book, but I wasn't really like gravitating towards it, that sort of thing, I was watching TikToks, and I'm on Book Talk, and they were talking about their books, and something in my mind just like told me that romance books are cringe, and like just reading about like a random character fall in love or something like that, like what some authors like write is cringe, especially when like there's like so much spice, like it's cringe. I have just not been like in a romance era or like gravitating towards that. Like I just cringe at it. Like even if I know it's like regular fictional book, like I know it's made up, it's a rom-com. Like I always have that mindset anyways going into a rom-com, but just recently it's just been a tad bit worse, which I hate because I used to love like a good romance, a good rom-com. I loved it. But now like after ACOTAR, and there was one other book I read where I was just like, I can't get back into it. I don't know why. And I have a few other books that are on my TBR that I'm really hoping get me back into romance. I mean, I'm not gonna be mad if I don't. I love these books, and the plots of romance, the plots of action, it's just like an all-in-one type book, and that's what I love. I don't necessarily love like a rom-com because of like the love story, or because of like, I don't know, like gives me butterflies or whatever. Like I love a good storyline that has, you know, like maybe things that they're struggling with, or like it talks about their past, or you know, like just like things like that, like they're going through something but also like either finding love and going through that journey with them, and letting the other person be in their life in that aspect. And so that's like what I really enjoy. I love rom-coms still, but like I don't know. So let's go read and have a little late night routine. How about that? A little reading before bed. So let's go. Is going home, and I really don't know how to feel about that, but I'm like excited because the last time she went home we kind of got like a little bit, this was like in the first book in ACOTAR, and we kind of got like a little glimpse of her and Nesta's like relationship. And I really hated Nesta like all throughout the first book, and Elaine, her other sister. I was not a fan of like her family, but then after that trip back home I really like Nesta a lot. I'm curious to see with like so much time apart if she's really the same. Her family could be extremely different, and their thoughts, their views, literally everything. So I really don't know how this is gonna go, but that's all that I'm at. I need to know what happens, and I'm like fully attentive to what is going on in this one. And I think it's just like getting used to the world, and all of that took me a hot minute, but I'm so glad I didn't give up and I kept reading this because chef's kiss. But that is all for today. I completed my 3 hours and I'm really happy because after yesterday, I was just like, this video is not gonna be perfect, and you know, sometimes that's all I want is a perfect video, but it doesn't happen. And learning that, you know, if I can't fit reading in a day, that's fine. If I can only fit maybe 10 pages in, great. And just like not being so hard on myself. So there's that. I'm happy we accomplished today's goal. So yeah, let's go to bed because it is so late. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
I could sit around and wait all day. You lay easy on my mind, like a candle I just burn away. All we really have is time. All we really have is time. I don't wanna waste it on anybody. Take it with anybody but you. I don't wanna waste it on anybody.
I finally made it. I finished the last hour of the challenge this morning and we made it like almost halfway through the book, and I'm so happy. I'm so excited. It's finally like at that point in the book where literally every chapter, the missions that they're going on is just like so chaotic that I need to know more. I am loving it. I'm loving learning about the characters and their backstories and just like their, you know, their whole side of everything that's happened, and I absolutely love it. So we finished that, and honestly, I truly loved filming this one. I absolutely love just kind of taking a step away from my phone and, well, trying to, and just like fully focusing on reading, because I am looking at my TBR and I have so many good books that I just want to finish, want to read, want to get into, and I just feel like I never have time, or I tell myself I never have time, and then I look at my phone screen time and it's like 10 hours every single day. I'm like, what am I doing? And partially some of that is work, but at the same time I am on TikTok quite a bit. So doing this just helped me to remember like I can read during the week and get stuff done and enjoy books, and I love it. Okay, so I'm probably gonna do like a million more of these, so just prepare in advance. I will say though, I am like slightly, just ever so slightly kind of sad that like within the 14 hours, because that's how much like total hours I read this week, I only really read like 300-ish pages, and I have to remind myself that like even though I had the timer going, I was like on my phone sometimes like while reading, and so I wasn't fully focused on reading, and so I have to remember that. But also with fantasy, I always have to like really like think a little bit more than like a rom-com or whatever, because I'm sure I would have finished one and then started another within that time frame. But with fantasy, there's just so much going on, so much information, and sometimes like for me getting into a world, it's like hard to like picture what the author wants you to see, and so sometimes I like miss something, so I have to go back and read it to make sure I really understand what's going on and that I'm picturing it right. But other than that, there's only like a few moments. There's also like a ton of stuff in here that like I read instantly, so then I pick up for that time. But I feel like this is also just like a reminder to me that like it literally doesn't matter how much you read compared to others or whatever, because sometimes I do like think like, oh, maybe I shouldn't film because I'm like such a slow reader, or like I don't want to film book videos because this is probably gonna be like the only book this month that I read, or even like just like the ACOTAR series in general, whereas like other either book talk people or like other booktuber people, they can like read the whole series in a month and then have like 5 other books as well. So like sometimes it's just like a good reminder that like as long as I am enjoying it, as long as you're enjoying the book, it literally doesn't matter how far you get, as long as you're just having fun, you're enjoying it, and that's really all that matters. So yeah, that was another good reminder for me this week. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know, because I absolutely loved it and would love to do more like this. And I do have some other videos planned this month, so stay tuned and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bye bye. See you later. Hater. Okay, no, bye.
What was it they used to say?